What's up, y'all? Welcome to our YouTube channel, Africans Talk Football. Appreciate your guys' continued support. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Africans Talk Football, where we bring you soccer news. And because Cornelius is not here, that's the intro that you guys get. My name is Salam, and I'm joined by my good friend and my fellow co-host, Mike. How you doing?
Feeling good, man. It's Boxing Day. A lot of games to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Can't complain, man.
How was the holidays?
Dude, it was good, man. It was actually good. Hung out with, Sierra's family. Got a lot of, dude, every gift I got was something Chelsea related. I have so much Chelsea gear.
Yeah.
I'm like, what did you tell everybody?
Yeah.
To just, dude, I have Chelsea socks, Chelsea hat,
Gloves.
Chelsea
Yeah.
everything,
Coffee
sweater,
mug.
Chelsea, what do you call it? Sweatpants.
Yeah.
I loved
Yeah.
every one of them. So yeah, it was good.
That's what's up, man. That's love. That's love. But no, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I appreciate your
Mhm.
guys' continued support. Whether you've been following us from the jump or if this is your first episode, we appreciate it. Week to week, we give you recaps of our favorite Premier League teams. So today, like no other, we'll go in order of the games that starting with the Man City game versus Everton.
Mm.
Man City and Everton shared points 1-1 at the Etihad Stadium. Goals from Bernardo Silva and Jai himself.
Mhm.
What's his first name? Ilian?
Killian, yeah, I think
Killian?
Ilman Jai,
Ilman? Ilman and Jai
Ilman
is
and
really
Jai.
good.
Yeah,
I really rate him. I think that he's really good. But
he
yeah,
is.
I mean, City's struggles continue. Sorry. Um,
It's for real,
another.
man. It's for real.
This is not a blip. This is real. We have friends of the podcast who have been on here very regularly who
Hmm.
are supporters of this show. I'm sorry, supporters of this show and supporters of Man City. But uh, yeah, man, I think that
Hmm.
Gabriel said it last week. He said that he believed that it was going to be a blip. This was going
Hmm.
to be a team that was able to turn it around. And even
Hmm.
though I said that it wasn't a blip, and
Hmm.
I do think that there are issues that this team has to address. I
Hmm.
think it's concerning, man. And today was unlucky. They had a penalty saved. Erling Haaland, couldn't convert versus Jordan Pickford. But
Yeah.
what were your thoughts on the game?
To be honest, I was like, yo, we have to give Everton credit, man. 3 games: Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City. I can
Yeah,
guarantee you all those three fan bases had a W right next to it when they saw it on the schedule. We all did.
100%.
Like they've picked up points from all three teams. Are they good defensively? They are probably the best defensive team in the league right now.
Yeah,
You have to give them credit. I mean, what Sean Dyche is doing, bro. We know what this man can do. He's not. We're not. They're not going to score a lot of goals, but defensively they're going to be sound, and that's
yeah,
what we're seeing. They're not a bad team. Like they have decent players. I mean, what's his name? Uh, Idrissa Gana Gay,
yeah.
Decore, Ilman.
Mangala, yeah,
My God, bro, that's not a bad team. Like that's a
yeah,
mid-table squad,
yeah.
and they've been underachieving low key. So like these results, actually, I feel like you got to give them credit. Like you really have to. With City, I just think they just can't shake it. I think they're probably overthinking everything. I mean, some of these guys just need to step up. Like, what is Grealish doing for them? Where is Doku? I mean, it's the same guys that we're talking about. But
Yeah.
that's the thing; they have no options. So what do you got? You still got to keep playing these guys. I mean, right now we haven't seen this side of Pep in his career. Like we haven't. Like if
Yeah.
you look back his career, he's been pretty successful. We haven't seen this, so this is new for him too. So I'm
Would you
interested
say,
to see what kind of coach he is like in
yeah?
this time.
Would you say this is his toughest period as a manager?
Man, that's a crazy thing to even think about. Like with Pep. You know,
Yeah.
I know he had a tough time before he left Bayern, but I have yeah, this might be it for real. For real, this might be it.
Yeah, I was gonna point out to the time that right before he left Bayern, I know
Mm-hmm.
things were really, really
Yeah.
good there. They
Mm-hmm.
just couldn't really get over the hump in Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
But um, yeah, I feel like this is definitely it wasn't like this at
Yeah.
Barca, definitely.
No. No.
Um, but yeah, this is tough, man. And like we talked about last week, um, and I'll reinforce that today. I just really feel as if like they just need reinforcements.
Mm-hmm.
They've
They
been
do.
yeah, and I mean for the I mean most of the duration of this run that they've had, ever since it's been the kind of like that Pep versus remember it was like Pep versus Klopp,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because even before that they had like their own little era.
Yeah.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
Pep still had his own little area before
Mm-hmm.
all them came, but I just feel as if relatively they've been injury free until now,
Mm-hmm.
and I think
Yeah.
that now, unfortunately, just the injuries have mounted, and
Mm-hmm.
just where the squad is at in terms of it just being an older squad, an older team,
Yeah.
an older
Mm-hmm.
group of set of players.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're in trouble, man. So I'm not quite sure how many players make sense. Like you said, I agree with you. I think Pep has never really shown to just go out and just buy players and
Mm-hmm.
just add them into the team. But it's like, damn, you're looking at
Yeah.
you know you're looking at 4 to 5 players to come in and really help out.
Would you compare this to Liverpool 2 years ago when they had all those injuries? Do you think City is now at that point Liverpool was? Because after that, was it 2 or 3 years? I think 2 years. Yeah, Mane was gone. Firmino ended up leaving. A lot of guys left after that.
So you're saying, do I think it's what like is it going
Do
to
you think
be?
they're at that point Liverpool got to where it was just glaring that okay, some guys have to leave and we have to like reshuffle the squad? I think they're at that point, to be honest.
I think they have to be. I think
Yeah.
it's especially similar to where Liverpool were. Like I mean, this City team has won more than that Liverpool team, but I just
Yeah.
uh, so it's hard to say. Like literally last
Mm-hmm.
year, a year
Mm-hmm.
ago, we were like the best team in the world, and
Mm-hmm.
now
Mm-hmm.
what happened in the span of? But then again, I just these guys do play not just the Man City players, but I just feel like all the teams in general they
Mm-hmm.
play a lot of games throughout the
Too many
season.
games. Yep.
Yeah, international games too. I mean, I think that it's hard, and especially to repeat what they've done. I mean,
It's hard. Yeah.
it's difficult.
It's difficult. Yeah.
I
I
really
mean,
think there's really so I get. I mean, a few weeks ago, you did a start sub, not start sub sell, but it was a keep cut. What was it? Keep or cut with United. You asked me, so I'm gonna ask you the same thing with
hmm
the Man City
okay.
players.
Okay.
So we'll start with goal.
I'm keeping him.
Ortega.
I'm keeping him.
Ortega.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about Ortega. Yeah, I'll keep him. They just brought him in.
Okay, Ederson too.
Yeah, you have
Okay,
to.
uh, Vardio,
Yes, I'm keeping Vardio.
Ake,
I'll move on from Ake. He's been a lot. He's been injured a lot. I'll move on from him.
Akanji,
I'm keeping Akanji.
Rico Lewis,
I'm keeping Rico Lewis.
Kyle Walker.
I'm getting rid of Kyle Walker.
Yeah, Bernardo.
It's time. Yeah, I'll let him go
Okay,
because
Kovacic.
you have to with him. Yes, it's hard to let a player like that go, but sometimes you just have to, so
Yeah,
you can give somebody else a chance to kind of freshen up the squad. Yeah,
Kovacic.
I'll keep him. He'll be a good squad player for them. If they have Rodri, that's a perfect guy to pair with him.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
uh
Foden.
I'll keep Foden. Yep.
Yeah. Savinho.
I still don't understand that signing. I really don't. Um, I think there's quality there, but this is just his first season, so we'll keep him. We'll see what happens.
It's crazy, bro. Because the next person I was going to ask you about was Doku.
Another one that I thought could be a dangerous one, but it's just not working. It's
Bro, I
not.
really thought when these two came, when Savino came, I was thinking like, wow, this is the first time. I think Solomon may have said it too, where this is the first time where like they actually have wingers that are actually like attacking
Mm-hmm.
since
Mm-hmm.
Sane
Mm-hmm.
and Sterling, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, you couldn't lace those guys' boots,
Exactly.
and
You can't
then
sit with Sane. Like,
Holland,
oh, you got to keep Holland, bro.
okay,
The missing piece right now is KDB, man.
but
I
even
still,
him though, like, do you think like what's the longevity in that? Because bro, I think that he's really I don't know what it is, bro. I look at him from where he was at last year and this year,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like you look like you went into a time machine. You just fast
Yeah,
forwarded like
yeah. Mm-hmm.
4 years. And again,
Mm-hmm.
like they play a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of games. He's an
Yeah.
international. He plays in all these
Mm-hmm.
league competitions. So I don't know, man. I really think that this is
I
gonna
think
be
it's also time, man. But he's such
KDB's
a
watch too.
quality player.
I
Such a
think
quality player. It's hard to let those guys walk, but it
so.
might be
All the
time.
guys that I mentioned are all people that were aside from Kyle Walker. They all started today. I
Wow.
mean, we talked
Okay.
about De Bruyne, Gundogan.
No. No.
Yeah, he was on the bench, and then you look at everybody else. These are all, you know, youth players: Jay Simpson, Obama, Ali Aline,
Yeah, I heard he
O'Reilly.
dropped a lot of guys today.
Yeah, McAtee. Um, yeah, man. And then in hindsight, you just look back and you're like, damn, we let Cole Palmer go.
Obama walk
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? We let Delap go. We let all these other guys go. But
What was the
nah,
striker they let go to Atletico? I forgot his name.
Julian Alvarez.
You
I
questioned
never
that too.
understood that.
You
That was
questioned that.
questionable.
Yeah,
That was questionable. Like, why let him go? He was
exactly.
he was he was fine.
Uh-huh.
That was a question mark.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, man, City's unless we see anything changing,
Yeah.
I think it's going to
It's
be a little bit more of the same. But
uh-huh.
moving on, the next group of games. Let's go into. Did you catch Aston Villa and Newcastle?
No, I didn't get to watch that one.
Yeah, there's a controversial. So apparently, obviously, John Duran
Mm-hmm.
got sent off.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it was funny because I saw on Twitter that I guess there was an incident with Joe Linton. Joe Linton
Okay.
had an incident where he actually swung on somebody. Um,
And he stayed on?
and he stayed on, and no car. I mean, I don't know. Like, it looked
Wow.
pretty bad. So just to fast forward a few minutes later, and for you to see that, like, it was pretty tough. But I believe Aston Villa. Yeah, I mean they lost 3-0. So tough game for them. And then we briefly touched on Tottenham and Nottingham Forest. Tottenham losing 1-0.
Oh my goodness, Tano. They are literally a head case. They are a steady. You got to do a steady on Tano. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand that team. Like it doesn't matter the manager. Like it just doesn't matter. Like at this point, like I can't look at a Tottenham manager and be like, oh, it's But also Angie, interesting guy. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's the injuries because they're missing what Van de Ven and Romero.
No, yeah, I think for me, bro,
So
it literally comes down to what you said a few weeks ago. I think for him to rush those two guys back
yeah.
against you guys in a game that really,
Mm-hmm.
I think you may have
Early in
said
the
it too.
season. Yeah.
Yeah, like it meant more to you guys than it did them.
Yeah.
From where you
Exactly.
guys were. I just thought it was like now you're paying for it. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can't keep goals out. I mean, you only conceded one today, but it's like Nottingham Forest is a pretty
Yeah.
tough team this season. They're
Mm-hmm.
in Europe. I think they could potentially finish in one of those top four spots.
Exactly.
Um, But yeah, man, I think. Do you think? I think Gabriel said it in his match day recap. But do you think Ange stays for the rest of the Premier League season? Does he make it through?
I think they are at a point where I think you just gotta allow a coach to go through. Because if you think about it, they let Mourinho do his thing. He got them close, ended up getting them to a final, and then they fired him. I think they're at a spot now where allow one guy to really take, this team and make this team his own.
Yeah,
Because if you look at the squad, it's a hodgepodge of old guys that different managers brought in. They
yeah,
still have guys that Conte brought in. I think they still have guys Mourinho brought in.
yeah,
I might be wrong. I think they have guys that Nuno brought in. Nuno is at a different team now. Like
yeah,
he's been on multiple teams now. So it's like I don't know, man. That's what I was telling you before we started. It's the one team in the Prem that I find a hard time trying to figure out like what it could
yeah,
possibly be. I just don't know.
yeah, man.
Because
I mean,
they'll go out and beat a City and beat a United, and I mean, I get it. You guys are in shambles, but you guys have pretty good talent to
for sure.
take care of them. But that was a big win for them. That
Yeah,
was a big win for them. Like they can go out and do that. So
yeah. I just think
why
that.
not take care of business in these other games?
Yeah, I mean, just nothing in the back. They got to fix those issues before anything else
Yeah,
happens. No, that was a good assessment. I don't really have too much to add to that.
yeah.
Aside from, I really think that this is a team that I really feel as if like you guys could really benefit from a Europa League, from a
Mhm.
FA Cup,
Mhm.
even just a deep FA Cup run.
Mhm.
Get back into the. I don't know where they are in Carabao. I think they knocked
I
us
think
out.
they're in the semifinal.
Yeah, they're in the semifinal. If you guys could win a Carabao, even get to the final, I think it would
Mhm.
be a good, um, sign for the people involved. Like, okay, we are
Mhm.
heading in the right direction. But
Mhm.
before we get into our teams, just we got to touch on Liverpool. Another
Oh man,
another win today. I felt like I watched that whole game from start to finish. They beat
I did
Leicester
too
City,
actually.
huh?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I watched that game too. Yeah.
yeah, 3-1, bro, and it never felt as if like they had the majority of the ball, but it was just
Mhm.
kind of like when you watch
Just
that,
knew.
yeah, you just knew that like, there's goals coming in this game.
Mhm.
They weren't. It didn't come easy, but they
Mhm.
came in. Again, it's just another sign of what they've been doing all season. Of like they can come out with
Mhm.
wins. They can get the 3 points and
Mhm.
goals from Gakpo, Salah, and then who else? Who else scored?
Was it McAllister? Oh no, his
McAllister,
got called back. Was it Curtis Jones?
Curtis Jones. Yeah, on his 100th Premier League appearance today, which is
Yeah.
crazy, bro. Like I like
Yeah,
100
Curtis Jones had 100. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like
crazy.
that's a milestone, man, in the Premier
Mhm.
for Liverpool. Like it's really um it's crazy, man, because it's like I remember first seeing him during like that COVID
COVID.
lockdown
Yeah.
period, and it's
Mhm.
like, wow, that's 4 years ago. We're 4 years removed from that, and
Wow.
it's just it's wild how you know you know
He's
he's still
really
around, still playing.
become an important player for them. Like Cornelius always says this, and I agree with him because he just shows up when they need him. Like he
Yeah,
just shows up when they need him. And for the longest time, I hated to admit that he was actually a good player. But
yeah, he
as
is.
time goes on, you just can't deny it, man.
Yeah, he
He
comes
just
in,
doesn't make
he does a job. He's a
doesn't
good
make.
good role player.
Mm-hmm. Does his
Definitely
job
a good
very
role
well.
player.
I mean,
Would you?
this Liverpool team, man. Like, I know we were talking last week, Duran or Gakpo, bro. Gakpo is a different machine, man.
Yeah, he's
But
good.
I wonder what you guys would have looked like if you got him.
That's the one
Yeah,
signing where I was like, damn, Ten
I
Hag, but
wonder. I wonder
yeah,
because that guy, I love everything he does. Like the World Cup, no, it was it the Euros. Really, like, well, the World Cup and the Euros
yeah,
showed me like
yeah,
he scored
yeah,
big goals for Netherlands in big games.
yeah.
So Salah scored his goal.
Yep.
Christmas cares. Well,
Yeah.
Christmas, not
Yeah.
this year, man, bro. I'm not. I'm gonna admit, I'm a Salah hater because we fumbled him, whatever.
Yeah.
This season, for some reason, I'm just appreciating him. I'm watching him, and I'm just like, you're the real deal.
Yeah.
Do I think he's better than Hazard? I've been seeing this on Twitter for some reason, like the last 2 weeks.
Nah, you can't
It's a
compare this.
preference thing, man. Like, it's just you can't. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just can't compare. Oh, what Hazard can do, I think Salah can do, but Hazard does it differently.
But they also play different positions though, so it's
I
not
know.
even like that's why I
Hmm.
never really entertained the fact because it's like they could both coexist. It's not like we're
Hmm.
comparing left winger for left winger.
The winger,
One
exactly,
person plays on the
exactly.
left, one plays person play like they don't really interfere
Hmm.
with what they have going on. And I mean, to be very honest with you, Salah's damn near a striker with the way that like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just
Hmm.
nowadays all these strikers are these outside attackers who like to
Hmm.
levitate on the left or right. But no, I mean I think definitely one of the best players to ever play in the Premier League. I know that we had a talk about it I think it was like a few weeks ago about like let's actually go down the list. And I mean, bro, I think he's better than a lot of guys. I don't even think that like it's
Yeah,
a
we
hot
have
take to
we have
say.
some attachments to some of these old guys. That's the thing. But
Yeah,
if you're looking at it critically, yeah.
but I mean,
Hmm.
even like we don't even need to like Gareth Bale. Like to
He's
me,
better. Yeah.
yeah, like Gareth Bale had probably what 2 seasons where you were like,
Hmm.
whoa,
Hmm.
okay,
Yeah.
but it's
Hmm.
like, bro, this guy has done it literally since
Like
27. It's been 7 years.
7 years, yeah,
Yeah,
in a row, like doing it at a high level. Yeah.
so
That's why when people talk Saka Salah, I just can't entertain it.
yeah,
You're comparing somebody who's in like, what would I call it? Legend status, right? To
yeah,
somebody who's just now coming up. And that's why I don't like when Arsenal fans do that. Allow Saka to get to like allow it. Like let
yeah,
him go through their process. But it's like they just don't. So when you say anything that about Saka, you don't agree with, you hate him, you don't think he's good. No, no. Like I've always said it. He's the best talent they have in the building,
yeah,
top to bottom. Maybe in one area now is probably the next one.
yeah,
But Saka is no doubt to me. Like he stands out for them. He's a top 5 player in the league. I'll give him that.
yeah.
But he's not Salah level. Like please calm
Yeah.
down. Like he's not Salah level.
No, I just think that that's
No,
the modern fan. The modern fan,
no.
Twitter. It is what it is. But I mean, the debate. I mean, even you got to give credit to Saka to what he's doing at
Exactly.
his young age. But
He's
again, I
been
think
carrying the club.
yeah, but the longevity of all this, and again, it's like you don't really credit like Salah had to do this during one of like the toughest periods. I feel like he had to go up against that City attack, that City team. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like in another sport. It's like with LeBron with the Cavs. It's like literally had to go up against Kevin Durant with the
Yeah, and the
Warriors.
Warriors.
You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Hmm.
This wasn't like when it was just you and I. Again,
Hmm. Yeah,
we beat y'all 3-1. We came
exactly.
back,
Hmm.
but you know, again, I just in any other era, I felt as if even if you were to like just rewind, I feel like a few years, who knows how many titles they could have walked away with. But
Absolutely.
again, another 3 points, another great step in the right direction. I think that
Yeah.
they've actually done pretty well during this Christmas period. I got to give
Hmm.
them credit. They're, I mean, shit.
Took care
Like,
of business.
yeah, man, took care of business.
Yeah.
Anfield's a tough place to play, even though that they've gotten some growing pains a little bit. But
Hmm.
no, man, you got to give credit to them. Credit to Slot.
Do you
Um,
think they should renew Salah, Arnold, and Virgil? because it's the three big ones.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I think for me, it's a no-brainer that they should resign all three of them.
Hmm.
I mean, I think this. I understand why you waited as long as you did, but especially with this new manager coming in, because you want to ultimately see like what can this guy do, and I think that this guy has really shown at least to me that like he's more than capable of leading a team as big as Liverpool, leading them in the Premier League. They're dominant in the Premier League. They're dominant in Europe too. So it's like when you look at what we're doing in our domestic league and what we're doing in Europe, I mean, like we can actually sustain what we're doing and you guys could help us for the next 3 to 4 years. Because Salah, I think Salah could be at where I think he could do this for 3 more years. I think Virgil,
Really?
yeah, I think
Okay.
Salah, I think Salah would probably, so Salah, you would probably give him like maybe one more year on the wing. I mean,
Hmm.
honestly, I would. I would just move him as to a striker. You didn't. Darwin
Yeah.
didn't really pan out. You know what I'm saying? Like we can say
Yeah.
what it is there. Cody Gakpo has shown you that like he needs more playing time, so he needs to be a part of it. Soboslai is gonna play. We need somebody to go play out on the wing. Luis Diaz has to play too. So like, I think if you were to just move Salah centrally, and if he just had to just focus on scoring, I mean, you extend
Career. You're right. You're right.
his
You're
career at
right.
the top level for a little bit, and then Arnold is the one where I'm like, if you were to not re-sign one, he'd be the one where it'd be like, okay,
Okay. Yeah. You
like
can let him walk. Yeah.
you have a Connor Bradley, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You don't have
Hmm.
anybody to replace Virgil, you don't
Oh
have
no. 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 No.
anybody
No.
to replace Salah, so out
Hmm.
of the three, he'd be the one that'd be like, okay, but yeah, I think that the coach has really shown me and hopefully shown them that like he can get the job done, and I think
Yeah. Yeah.
especially
I
with Klopp
agree.
leaving, yeah, Klopp was their guy, so you kind of have to see it out and see how things shake out.
Hmm.
But Liverpool could really, I mean, especially when you look at the landscape of the Premier League now, like you look over, Manchester City is really they
Yeah.
look in
Shaky. Yeah.
shambles. And
Hmm.
then what? You're not really worried about us. Chelsea.
Hmm.
Chelsea's a team where it's like,
It's coming
okay,
up. We're not there yet. Yeah.
yeah, but again, I think it's just about timing, right? It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you
Hmm.
guys aren't there
Hmm.
yet, but it's like maybe in 3 4 years, Chelsea will be a team where it's like, okay, they're a consistent problem.
Hmm.
But in the next
Hmm.
2 years, I mean, Arsenal, I guess, right? You have to
Hmm.
respect Arsenal, but it's like
Yeah. They're in the mix. Hey.
yeah,
They're in the
they're in the
mix.
mix. But again, like
Hmm.
I think with City out of the mix, it's a level playing field.
I
It's
We
sad.
all love this. We
Yeah,
all love the fact that okay, now we can match up with them. Everybody
yeah,
loves it. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
So
I agree.
no, good assessment. And
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see where they go. I really think that
Hmm.
they'll leave though, bro, because I just feel as if like why, like I don't know, like
Where is Virgil going? Real Madrid, Barcelona?
yeah, I don't know. Like I don't really know like why, but why do you want to leave? I don't know. I can't say why do
Yeah,
you want to leave, but it's just kind of like I get it because if you were to go play for Real Madrid, I would get it. If you were to go play
yeah,
for Barca,
yeah.
but it's like Barca's really not.
The Barca we are used to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get your
Hmm.
Dutch and your and all that, but it's
Hmm.
like, what are you gonna go do at Barca? You're not gonna go play next to
Yeah.
Kunde and fucking like what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
I
know. I
mean,
know.
to be fair though, a back line of um Kunde, Keita Balde, Virgil, and the one
Araujo
well yeah, when he comes back, but
or Kubarsi.
Kobarsi, the Spanish guy, that's not
Yeah.
bad. And I
Hmm.
mean,
That's a solid back line.
but I don't know. And then for Salah, it's like I don't know. Is Barca really the end? I don't know. Barca. I feel like Salah could go do damage and he could go to Juventus and probably play like
Yeah.
5 years.
I mean, he killed the Serie A before he came
He,
to the Premier League.
yeah,
Yeah, he
he
kind of
still
did.
has.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still has a physicality. He just may
Uh-huh.
not. He may not have the top speed to beat some of these guys, but I think in Italy,
Uh-huh.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
But um, yeah, man. And then there's our teams. Arsenal hasn't played yet. They play tomorrow. Um, but yeah, there's our teams. You know what? We'll go. Well, let's talk about United first.
Yeah, go
Let's
ahead.
talk United first. We lost again today. 2-0 to Wolves away from home. Last week I said I expected to get 4 points. 3 points from today and then 1 point from the weekend. On the weekend we played Newcastle. But again, I just think that it's been more of the same. More of the same from us. I think that when you look at this game, it's it's not as if like I wouldn't say like it's not as if like we got outplayed. Um
I
it's
know.
just it's just unfortunate that, we didn't ultimately really create any quality chances on goal, but I mean the first goal, it's tough, man. Like another goal conceded from a set piece.
From
And
a
it's
corner
just kind
kick.
of like, yeah,
Right.
bro, I hate it, man. Cause like, when Arsenal gets a set piece now, they start panning the camera over to their set piece coach. I don't even know who it is, but they started to point
Oh,
to
that's
point
pretty
the camera.
hilarious.
Yeah, bro. You don't even know
Hmm.
who the fuck. Since when do we give a fuck about the set piece coaches
I
in
know,
general?
right? This
Yeah, man.
Arsenal set piece thing was overboard, but go ahead.
Nah, but it's just another goal conceded from a set piece. Obviously, like that
Do you
is
think
gonna
he
be.
was he was do you think the defender was blocking him?
I mean, like, yeah, but
Cuz
it's like, bro,
bro,
like,
there should be a United player there
yeah,
trying
but
to get him away.
that's my thing though, and I'm just kind of
This
like,
yeah.
but see, it goes to our point though. Like when we defend, we don't defend man for man. If you were defending man for man, you would at least want to get somebody off
Mhm.
of Onana so he doesn't get
Onana,
ultimately
yeah.
sandwiched right between the two people. But
Mhm.
they
Mhm.
defend in zones for whatever reason. They've been doing that since Ole was here. That was one of the things Ole implemented, and for whatever reason, it's just been a shit show, especially this season. And yeah, bro, it's just really tough. And then obviously, the red card happens, two yellow cards from Bruno, and then he gets sent off. This is the third time this season Bruno has been sent off, and this is our captain. And and and,
Unacceptable. Yeah.
and it's tough because it's like, okay, bro, like you're not gonna play well all the time. I get that. I don't expect you to
Mhm.
be perfect, but it's like you're the captain of the team, bro. And it's like, how how do we even muster up any rhythm, any consistency, any momentum at all when it's like week in, week
You need the
out?
key guys, exactly.
Yeah. But the problem is like the key guys that we're relying on are not giving
Yeah.
us what key guys are supposed to give us. I mean, we were
Mhm.
talking about it at the before we started recording. When you look at United's three top, I mean, paid players,
Mhm.
four. We can include
It's
four. The
crazy.
fourth one,
Yeah.
the fourth one is actually playing in Chelsea right now. At Chelsea right now,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
like it's like you look at Rashford, not in the squad. Do I think that he should be a part of the squad? If he's not, if we're planning on just selling him in January, then yeah, he shouldn't be playing because we can't risk him getting hurt, and because obviously we need the money.
Mhm.
Casemiro can't get a game. Why? I don't know. He's a better.
Is there have we really found out why these 4 games Rashford hasn't played, or is he just sticking to the practice and everything? Like, is he
Yeah.
even practicing with you guys?
No, I don't. I don't. I really don't know, bro. I don't think that he's been a part. I don't think he's been really a part of. Maybe he trains on his own, but I don't. As far as like team stuff, I don't think that he's been a part of any of the team
You
stuff.
don't see him pictures, nothing.
No, I don't. I see.
Wow.
I just think that it kind of. It's. I think it's already ended. I don't even really look at Rashford as really a solution for us.
Mhm.
Because ultimately, like, where is he going to play with his skill set? Like, he doesn't really have the profile that the manager is looking for. And to be very honest with you, the guy who got sent off today is starting to show you that as well too. He doesn't have
Mhm.
the legs to play into the system. You
Mhm.
don't have the discipline, and quite frankly, the ball retention, the ability to keep the ball to play as one of the two in the pivot in the midfield. You turn the ball over too much. And
Mm-hmm.
then it's like we put you in the attack. We don't really create chances. We squander a lot of opportunities in the attacking third because you can't keep the ball. So it's just kind of like, I don't know, bro. I know that a lot of people are going to look at the game today and they're going to be like, oh, Onana, like Onana, look at Onana. He got scored on from a penalty, from a corner kick. But it's like his mistakes are always going to be magnified because usually his
Exactly.
mistakes lead to
Mm-hmm.
goals.
Mm-hmm.
Like his mistakes are closer to the goal. So obviously, those mistakes are going to be a little bit more magnified than Bruno's
Mm-hmm.
mistake. But it's like, bro, today, and I don't even 100% blame him because I felt like the pass from Diego Dalot to him could have been better so that he didn't have to be another person. That's just kind of
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
I know
Yeah.
Gabriel was like, "Oh, you got to keep him in the squad. He's good for the locker room." What does he do in the locker room? What does he do? What does he do in the locker room? What does he do on the field, bro? Like like you're giving a bad pass, and then I guess in his defense, in Bruno's defense, it's like we have to win the ball back. You're putting me in this bad position. I wouldn't have decided to foul him, but it's like again, for where he was on the field, he had to do what he had to do. I didn't I still felt as if he didn't need to foul him, but nonetheless, he got his second yellow and he sent off. And then I mean, and then the last goal, the second goal that happens, it's like Garnacho literally comes in. He literally comes in.
That is crazy.
You try, and again, talking back to Onana, Onana's mistakes always lead to
Mm-hmm.
goals. So again, his mistakes are going to be so
Mm-hmm.
glaring. But it's like, look at Garnacho. And
Yeah.
then it's like you get pushed off the ball, you get muscled off the ball. The guy clears it over the half line because obviously, like everybody is up
It's
forward
pushed up.
now.
Exactly.
Yeah, because like we're trying to we're trying to push for the goal. I think it was that Lissandro 2v1, and it's just kind of like, bro, like
Yeah.
it's
Once you saw the breakaway, you knew, like,
yeah, and
yeah. No.
that's from our attacker. It's from our
Mm-hmm.
attacker. It's not. We didn't get played through the middle of the
Mm-hmm.
field. It's just it is what it is. And the sad part, bro, is just like I just I don't know, bro. I see it getting a lot worse. Two things. I see it getting a lot worse. Um, there are decisions that I don't understand from the manager. That's like Manu is not someone who can play in that double pivot. Our best double pivot was Casemiro and Dugarte.
Doctor, yeah.
Like that was what we had. I know the problem is that you're probably forcing Mainu to play there because you feel as if you have to play Bruno, but we don't have to play Bruno. The same
You
way
don't
that
have to.
you've had, yeah, the same way that you've had the energy towards
Mm-hmm.
Rashford. It's like,
That's his
come on.
countryman.
No, but it's like, but the thing is, bro, the two people that are from his country are the
Mm-hmm.
two people that are probably playing the worst
Worse, you're
in the
right.
team, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I thought that you were going to help. He literally came from Sporting. You came from
Mm-hmm.
Sporting.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't understand. Like you know what I'm saying. But again, Bruno Fernandez, the year that they
He
the
came
year
in.
he left, Sporting won the league. So I don't know.
Wow, that's wild. That's
But the
crazy.
second thing is like I just I I mean the manager has to make better decisions. Casemiro has to start for me. He has to play alongside Ugarte. Our tens have to be Mano and Ahmad. Like they have to play. Either Hoyland has to be up there. Xerxes again. It's just kind of like I don't see with our team. I think he's a quality player, but with our team, I just don't see how he's going to really make an impact.
So,
We need him. We need
what
Bruno.
do you think is going to happen this January? Because something has to happen.
We need. I think for me, bro, Rashford needs to go.
Oh,
Uh,
for sure. Yeah,
what?
he's
What?
gone. Yeah. When you said it last week, I was actually like, "There's no way."
Yeah,
But 4 games, yeah, it's a message. You're gone.
we need the money there. So whether
Mm-hmm.
it be a short term solution, whether it's a loan to buy, whatever the case may be, we need a solution there.
Oh yeah, by the
Uh,
way, we agreed with you guys to buy Sancho 25 mil. That's
yeah,
crazy.
which is you guys are getting Jadon Sancho for 25 mil,
25.
and it's
That's
like
wow.
and again, you guys are getting a steal like that because of his high wages, because of
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, because you guys are not going to pay his 300 plus, you know what I'm saying,
No.
and, and again, it's like we got to get we got to get Casemiro off the books because the manager clearly isn't playing him. So if he's not going
Mm-hmm.
to play him, then we need to get him off the books, and um, we need a left back, man. We need a left back. The first places where I would look is I would love to get another profile midfielder like Ugarte. I would love
Mm-hmm.
to get a left back. I would love to get an attacker. I don't even know like a striker or a mid, like an attacking mid, but
Jokeres, man.
yeah, we need someone who's going to. I don't even think that we.
Bro, I know he said he's not gonna take him from, but bro, sometimes you just gotta do it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but I think, but again, it's just kind of like Jokeres and Hoyland. Like they need chances. We don't really create chances for the nine. We kind of have to. I
With
think for
Ahmad
us,
though.
the nine has to be like the finishing touch. Like, okay, we built our team. This is who is gonna, be there.
Oh, okay, okay. So you build and then you
Yeah,
finish
because we
with the
can't.
striker. Exactly. I
Yeah,
agree. Okay, I see
yeah,
what you
'cause
mean. I see
you
what
look at our team, and again, like I feel sorry for someone like Lenny Euro. Like, bro, this is
mm-hmm.
your first season. You're supposed to be like, you're not even supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
like playing as much as like you are, like, but you have to because of the situation, and like
Mm-hmm.
you don't even get to like learn under a veteran or no, you're thrown into the fire, and you're thrown into a situation where quite frankly it's dysfunctional, and it's like you can't even really like
Mm-hmm.
mature as a young player, like you can't even
Mm-hmm.
develop these like positive habits. So um I guess we need a center back too, bro, because it's like Maguire's done a job, but he's not good enough. Like there's no
Yeah.
longevity in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um Lissandro, I don't know, bro. I
I feel
just
like
think that
if you're playing a back three, he's good on the left side. I mean,
yeah, but again, like he needs like we need like support. The problem is like
mm-hmm.
you're seeing the same guys week in week out. With you guys, it's like okay, we'll touch on it in a little bit. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this person made a mistake. Tosin made a mistake. Okay, but like, do we really need to rely on Tosin? No, we don't.
No.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, we can
Yeah.
just you
Mm-hmm.
guys are still trying to figure that out as well too. But you're also trying to balance. And this is the one thing that I credit the manager, and this will be the last thing that I say. Like, for the most part, I think like the one thing that he's making it very obvious is that this squad needs like help. What Ragnick
Mm-hmm.
said a few years ago about this team needs not
Surgery.
not 2-3 signings to paper over the cracks. We need
Mm-hmm.
8, 9, 10 signings because listen, I have to take some of these guys off. He took Igarte off today, and I was like, well, what are you doing? But it's like, well, you have a game on fucking Sunday, and it's
Yeah.
like you played damn near since you've came here, since the international break started, you've played damn near
Every game.
every game. So it's like, yeah, man, we just need reinforcements. I think that it's actually going to get a lot worse, because
I can see it.
we played
I can
Newcastle.
see it.
To Amram's credit, he said it before the Arsenal game. He said like, because I
Yeah.
know we had that high,
Mm-hmm.
of the game
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
before, and it was like, yo, like things are gonna get bad. And I mean, we play Newcastle, you play Arsenal, you play Liverpool, and it's like shit, bro. Like who knows where we'll be by the time we get to Southampton. But
I'm worried, man. I feel bad for him because I know I say I'm a fraud, but I don't believe that. It's bad to talk.
yeah,
But I wonder if he feels that maybe maybe this job is too big. Because my only worry, for him, are you guys going to spend? Like, because you just spent with this guy, Ten Hag.
yeah,
So are they going to open up the book again? That's what I'm like. I wonder what you guys. I can't wait for it to be January 1st and see who your first signing is.
yeah.
I'm so interested to see who the first guy you bring in.
Yeah, I mean, and to your point, bro, I feel like they have to. And that's why I'm almost relaxed about it because it's like now, especially with Ineos getting, because now we have to start looking at Ineos, right? Because it's like,
Exactly.
because now, I mean, you got rid of the scapegoat, Ten Hag. You
Hmm.
got, you're about to get rid of the other scapegoat in Rashford.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like now that you're making all these big moves, you have to support your guy. If not, why did you bring in the
Exactly.
coach? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like you got to put the coach that you brought in. If he's your guy, you're gonna put him in
Back
it,
him.
and yeah,
Hmm.
you're gonna have to back him. And that's why I'm calm about it because I just think that this is just where we are. And
Hmm.
then hopefully, when we're in a position to make moves, we will. But until then, uh, yeah, this is where we are.
Yeah, I mean, we'll kind of talk transition into Chelsea. This is why I always tell people that it is hard for me, past and present, to look at our owners and be like, hey, oh, we're just hey, the fact that they're willing to go get somebody when it's not working, you as a fan, you have to appreciate that, because look at all the money we've spent, over 1 billion. I get it. I mean, look at all the guys we got out. We've
Yeah,
literally in the last year and a half have gotten out at least 20 guys. Like, they made some decisions that we initially were like, I don't
yeah,
know if I like this decision. But those are the tough decisions that I feel like you guys are gonna have to make. And they have to back this guy. But speaking on Chelsea, I mean, another, blip in the road the last two games. Fulham at home, losing to Fulham 2-1. Interesting game, to be honest. We looked decent in the first half. We looked good. We were able to maintain. After we scored, Cole Palmer came through with a nice little, goal. But second half, man, this is why, yes, I see that we're in a title race on the table, but I also understand like that these times are gonna come.
yeah,
Today literally took me back to last year, Pochettino. Like, we looked like a Pochettino team,
yeah,
and not having Fofana is also showing because our defense started to, kind of be consistent. It's gelling. It's the same four guys in the back every game. And then Fofana goes out. Now we've had Badiashile in, Disasi in, Tosin in,
I'm trying to
and
fix
you
it. Yeah,
exactly, you see that, okay, there's inconsistencies, but we've had games where we've kept the clean sheet, so you got to give them credit. But today's game is just, you have to give Fulham credit. They were honest, even though when we were dominating the game in, in some spots, they were on us, on us, on us. And I felt that last goal coming. I just felt it coming from the halfway line. When they start, I was like, yep, it's only Colwell in the back.
yeah,
Nah, they're gonna score. So I was telling Sierra earlier, I wasn't even mad about today's game because you see progress. You see
yeah,
that, the team is improving. Guys are playing well. From, we've had what, Nicholas Jackson hasn't scored in a couple of games, and you can tell when he's coming off now. I don't know if people have noticed. He's been bringing in Cuckoo on, I think, in the 65th minute now. Like, he's bringing him early.
yeah,
Remember, we were talking about it earlier in this. It's going to come to a point. You're going to have to make a decision. Hey, I have to get this guy in the team.
yeah,
Today, Sancho could have came off. Neto could have came off. That's my little criticism about Maresca. Sometimes he waits too long, I feel like, to make subs.
yeah,
But that's also the thing. He's trusting the guys that,
yeah.
to do their job. So I get why he gives them time. But today, I feel like Sancho and Neto could have came off way earlier. No Madueke today. I mean, he
He was
tried not to make
out.
it a big deal, but I,
Yeah,
I don't know what it is because we're training and everything. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I feel like Madueke is one of the guys that he's on because he knows that I have to be on this guy, or he
yeah,
can, he's gonna fall on the wayside. So I like it. I wasn't even tripping about it. I'm like, these are young guys. You have to earn these things. Like, you just don't go from shit to winning the trophy. Like you have to earn these things.
Yeah.
And me, a conference league and FA Cup final or whatever will be great for me. Like this is why I keep to like yes, like we all look at the table. I don't know any Chelsea fan that is not looking at the table like how the hell are we
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
place?
It's a
Like
surprise.
it's a surprise to all of us. I believed before the season started we had a good enough team to make top four. I believe that. Even last season, 2 games, we would have been top four. Burnley and Forest. We won those two, we're in top four.
Yeah.
That's why I come into the season like top four, yeah, I see it. Winning the league, that would be something.
Yeah.
But at least we got 1 point. But Chris, what do you call it? Boxing Day, 2-1. It sucks to lose at home.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you
I
guys.
mean, I don't even know. I think they want to do a center back in January, so I think we need some. We need a figure, like a guy to come into that locker room that shakes up things. Like you need
You need
somebody.
like a Virgil.
You're. I don't know if you might remember this, but the year we got Anelka, it was like,
Yeah.
oh, they have Drogba. Why
Yeah.
is Anelka coming in? It raised everybody. Like Anelka is balling, Drogba is balling. Why you? It shook up things. It got Drogba to really, come out of his,
Step up.
come out
Yeah.
of his zone. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like we need somebody to shake that locker room in January, and I would preferably it be a center back. So,
I mean,
but
yeah, because when you look around, I really think like the core of your team, I think like it's up in the air with the keeper, right? But again, like Enzo has really
mhm,
shown faith
mhm.
in
And then
Sanchez.
Caicedo, phew,
Yeah,
yeah,
Caicedo to me is, I mean, he's the best center
mhm,
midfielder in the league. I think that
mhm,
even when he wasn't, I guess, doing
yeah,
as well as he was doing
mhm.
last season, it was like you still saw glimpses.
A glimpse, yeah,
Um,
hmm
and then Palmer, and then obviously is doing his thing. I think
yeah,
that your wide options are just going to be more or less just more of what you saw today. Just like
exactly. Sancho and
y-
Neto,
yeah, you just got to find it. Is Sancho going to be on it from the minute one?
the
Is it
combination.
gonna
You're right.
is it going to be Pedro that comes on? Is it going to
hmm
be Nkuku, or is it going to be Joao Felix?
Yeah.
You guys are in terms of attack. Like I'm not really too much worried about you guys
hmm
because I think then you still have, you know, when the Brazilian kid comes next year. I
I'm
that's
interested.
why I'm really like I really like you guys signing Sancho really tells me that like okay, I know Enzo likes Sancho. I know Enzo
hmm
likes Nani because he's on Nani a lot.
hmm
Um, so I think managing Nani obviously is something that he's gonna
Yeah.
have to do that. But it's like, but this Brazilian kid coming in, and then Pedro Neto, like those four guys. I'm like, if those four guys are your wingers, it's like okay,
Yeah.
Mudrik
hmm
probably.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be here.
Oh, dude, in his press conference this week, bro, this is what I'm gonna say. You need a guy that is not afraid to let these guys understand, hey, this is what it is. So in his press conference, he said, if any person that wants to leave knocks on my door, I will find
Yeah,
the right situation for him.
yeah,
He's like, I'm not gonna. He's like, all the guys know what I expect of them. Like, if you
yeah,
knock on my door, you're not happy, you want to leave, we'll find a situation for you. He said
yeah.
right now, Chukwemeka and Chilwell are the two that were, the first in line for us to, find a solution for them. But
Rightfully so.
that's how you got to do it. And I've been hearing a lot of Nkunku rumors, man. I just don't believe him because I'm like, I get it. He doesn't play a lot in the Prem, and that's what he would like to play. But in every other competitions, he's the starting striker,
Yeah,
except for the Prem. He's our leading goal scorer, which is actually funny.
yeah,
But he doesn't even play Prem games like that.
yeah.
So
Because you
it's
already
like
know him too. Like that's another tricky situation though, man.
it's
Because
interesting,
again,
man. We have such a it's an odd team with talent that it's like You
Yeah.
just when we find the right combination of guys, I
But
think
see,
it'll be scary.
with you guys is like, I think that like this is all part of your guys' is like filtering because I think you're gonna lose some guys due to we've
Mm-hmm.
assessed them where he's
Mm-hmm.
probably like Mudrich, like we've assessed him,
He's
he's
definitely,
came,
yeah.
he's probably not gonna be a part of it. And then you
Mm-hmm.
have guys where it's like in Cuckoo where it's like he's actually producing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, statistically, it's hard to say if I'm the leading goal scorer on the team and like if I
Yeah,
can't even
exactly.
I get it,
Mm-hmm.
but like he's obviously pigeoned him into this. You're a
Mm-hmm.
striker, and
Mm-hmm.
our striker is actually Jackson. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, man. Like
It's an interesting
he's
scenario.
another one. He's another one where I'm like, bro, like I'm no bullshit. Like we would need a player like him,
You
like
guys could him and Ahmad?
him and Ahmad behind our yeah, like bro,
Yeah.
I would completely take him, 100
Behind Hoyland? Yeah.
behind whole yeah
Yeah. Bro, Hoyland, I joke a lot, but I like my guy strong. He's a strong guy, can hold the ball. If he
yeah
just had that connection, I feel like he and Ahmad are still not there yet. You could tell they're not there yet.
yeah
Once they start working together,
yeah
well,
yeah. I mean
you need that third guy,
yeah,
but
he
we don't
has
know who it's gonna
limitations.
be.
Yeah, he has limitations to his game, but no, I mean overall, I'm like recapping your guys' highlights now. I mean it's. I mean, you guys have had like a really good season. It's not over by
Hmm.
any means, but I
Hmm.
mean, you lost to a Fulham team. Obviously, the the result is disappointing, but you lost to a really
Hmm.
good Fulham team. Um, I mean, I think Fulham and Nottingham Forest have been like
Yeah.
my second and third team to kind of watch this season. They've been
Hmm.
doing really well. So yeah, I mean, they also beat us too. So I don't know. That makes
Yeah, man. I told you, the manager. I think he's sneaky.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
But
pretty good.
no, I mean that was a good assessment. I mean,
Hmm.
good Boxing Day matches.
Hmm.
And I mean, yeah, I think the crazy part is there's still we got a game Sunday, got a game Sunday,
Yeah. Hmm.
and
Hmm.
like I don't know, man. This is really where I feel like the table really starts to
Shape up. Yeah.
really start to take shape. So next game, who do you guys got? Let's do predictions and then we'll do shout outs.
We have Ipswich on Monday, I believe. Is it
Mm,
Monday? Yeah, Monday.
that's a get right game for sure.
Yeah, man. It's
That's a
at Ipswich, so you know they're gonna be up for it.
yeah,
But we've been one of the best road teams, so I'm hoping we scored the most goals on the road. So
yeah,
hopefully, we come through and actually. This is what I want to see. I want to see the next game how we come out.
yeah,
Because this season we've been winning a lot, yeah, we draw points here and there, but when we lose a game and we go on the road, how are we coming out? This
yeah,
is another test for us.
yeah.
Hmm.
100%. I think with you guys maintaining that consistency, and hopefully, I think this result should be one of like this is as a coach, this is one of those good losses where it's like
Hmm.
we can kind of come back to it, and it's like, listen, all the things that we're doing well, good, we have to acknowledge it, but at the same time, it's like we are capable of these type of
Yeah,
results. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
For us
Hmm.
to essentially not manage the game properly and to
Hmm.
squander it.
Hmm.
So no, that's a good assessment. You guys play on Monday, so do we.
Hmm.
We play
Okay.
Newcastle at home. We play a very, very informed Newcastle team right
Yeah, on
now.
fire.
Yeah, I think they've gotten six plus goals or around 6 goals in the last 2 games. So,
Hmm.
um, yeah, bro, this is it's gonna be tough. I think that I can't even. I mean, we lose at
I
home
mean, you
too.
guys will get to see your team without Bruno. So
Yeah,
with
we
this
get
new
to see.
manager, we'll see.
Yeah, man, we get to see our team without Bruno and Rashford. It's just these are the moments where it's like, okay, we need everybody just trying to step up now.
Hmm.
It's like we need everybody to show that
Show us.
like we
Yeah.
don't need those guys. But it's
Hmm.
like, yeah, man.
You don't know. Apart
I
from
honestly,
Ahmad.
yeah, I honestly think
Yeah,
that
man.
it's going to be more of the same, man. I think we lose. I'm gonna say Newcastle wins 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
I feel a goal or assist from Isak.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just know that we're gonna find a way to spot Newcastle a goal. We do it every game. We do, not just Newcastle, but we either do some, we shoot ourselves in the foot, or we get sent off.
Yeah.
Like there's really no rhyme or reason to it. But um,
Mm.
we can preview Arsenal tomorrow. Arsenal tomorrow actually plays Ipswich at home, uh, which again,
They're gonna go above us if they win that game.
yeah, they'll go above you guys on the table. They'll take second, knock Nottingham Forest down to fourth, you guys down to third, and then at that point they'll be 6 points behind Liverpool. So
That's wild.
um,
Jeez.
Arsenal's again. They're in an
No
also
Saka. Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're in an interesting spot. No Saka, their best player
Mm-hmm.
on their team, probably in the Premier League as well too. You could argue, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, man, that's gonna be. I
I'm
think
so
tomorrow.
interested to see them.
Yeah, bro. You need a big performance from them. City
Yeah.
City lost. Liverpool, you know,
Chelsea lost. Yeah.
yeah,
You got.
Chelsea
You got
lost.
it.
You kind of got to get back into it
Mm-hmm.
because, um, no, man. Yeah, the Premier League is in a really good place, man. Because I
It
think
is.
that
It is.
I think when we look at the end of the season, I think we're gonna get a lot of clarity on a lot of different situations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like
Wow. We're gonna look back and be like, Rashford
yeah,
is really not at United anymore. That's crazy.
yeah. Rashford's not a United.
That's
Um,
wild. Man.
so But yeah, man, let's do shout outs and let's get out of here. The first shout
Shout
out,
outs,
first
man.
let's try and do two each. The first
Okay.
I'll go, you go, and then I'll go, and then you'll go again. The first one that just came to my head was uh Killiam
Yeah.
Njai from
Mm-hmm.
Everton.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
just I think that he's a really good player. I think that he's another bright African that I think
Yeah.
is in that. You know how I remember when like you remember like I'm glad that Lookman is getting a bunch of praise now. I've always thought
I
he was a
know,
good
man.
player, but it's like, bro, he was balling at Leicester, and then
Exactly.
you know, so
People forgot. I
yeah,
know.
I really like Njai though. I think
Mm-hmm.
Njai is a good player, so that's my first shout out.
My first one, funny enough, also goes to Sean Dyche. I
Oh yeah,
mean, these past three games, these guys are hard to break down. It's
getting
crazy.
points. Yeah,
Shout
they're
out to
getting
him,
points.
man. Yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out to him.
Um, and then I would say my second one.
Hmm.
I mean, shout out Jordan Pickford, but I don't want to. I can't do two Everton guys. Shout out to
Nah.
Jordan Pickford. I would say shout out to. You know what? I'm not even gonna hate. Shout out to Cunha from
Oh
Wolves.
wow.
He was
Yeah.
a player. I saw something that was like it was like linking us to him, and I really looked at him just kind of like I was like, bro, you're
That
not
guy?
that. Yeah, I was like, you're not that great, man. Like you're not. You are not a Man United like. Well, traditionally, like you are not like
Mm-hmm.
a Man United player, but I you got to give it to him, man. You got a goal and an assist
Killing
today.
it. Killing it.
Yeah, he's doing really well. He's someone that I think could help, but I think he has like Spurs written all over him. But I think that you got to give him
Mm-hmm.
credit. He's had a really good season, so shout out to
True,
him
true, true.
and Ilanga. Shout out to Anthony Ilanga.
Wow.
He got a goal today.
Another United guy.
Yeah, the game. That's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. That was Ragnick's guy.
That's wild.
You know
That's
that,
crazy. He
and
loved him too.
yeah, he loved him just because he was like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, he works, and it's like,
Uh-huh.
wow. I think about what would Ilanga look like in our team now? Like he would
With
help.
Ahmad. Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like two
Yeah.
like work, you know. But anyway, last one for you.
The last one for me goes to what's his name? Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah is doing the thing this season, man. You got to give him a shout out.
Yeah,
Yeah. All
yeah,
right.
yeah. That was a good one.
Another one in the books.
Another one in the books. We will come back again on Sunday or Monday.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, there's games on Monday as well too. So um,
Oh geez, yeah, we might have to wait.
yeah,
Yeah,
we might have to
because
wait.
it's a lot of games. Yeah.
Wait until Monday or Monday evening. But yeah,
Mhm.
man, we as a podcast just have a lot coming at you guys to kind of close out the year and
Mhm.
start the year as well too. Spoiler: if you're listening this late into the episode, we have an interview dropping. I won't tell you with who,
Mhm.
but we do have an
Mhm.
interview dropping on New Year's Day. Um, and you know what? We may have another interview on top. You know what I'm saying? We
Mm.
may have one.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? With a potential
You
Mac Herman,
know,
winner.
big
But
time, big time.
we'll see, man. But everybody, appreciate everybody for tuning in, and as always, good luck to you in your future.